This is it, folks. This is the day that's been a long time coming. With a few shorter trips behind me, it's now time to stretch the legs and put a deeper notch in my belt. It's time to head north to one of the most respected rivers the East has to offer when one wants to pack up a boat for a week's worth of clear water, rolling mountains, and rock bluffs, and the company of a few good friends looking to get lost in the moment. Meeting up with Pete, Austin, and Dirt Dauber, we get the boats and the gear loaded up in the truck, and then it's a 5-hour ride up to West Virginia. Once we get within a couple hours of the put-in, the scenery changes. Sparsely populated areas of serene mountain ranges, greenery that almost resembled a rolling wave of seasonal change. Summer-like dense foliage in one area, only to be replaced with early spring blooms just around the corner. It's almost as if the welcome mat is rolling out before our eyes. It all started just above the confluence of the east and west forks of the Greenbrier River in the small town of Durbin. This is essentially the start of any navigable waters, as both forks supply just enough flow into the Greenbrier to float a few boats fully loaded with gear. Ahead of us was a 7-day expedition of epic scenery and fun that's kind of hard to describe. It becomes one of those you-had-to-be-there tales told around the dinner table or by fireside on a lazy evening with close friends.
It's all day like this. This is what it does everywhere.
Nice.
I forgot how good this river was.
Oh, he's fishing. That's all that is.
Yeah, you holding us up fishing back there.
There you go.
Water's getting murky now. You know how many miles cast is?
All right, so we're about 5 miles in. We just passed the campsite that Pete and the boys had used on the last trip back in 2016. We elected to just kind of go ahead and keep moving forward a little bit. There's a little town called Cass, about 10 or 11 miles up the river. We're going to try to get a little closer to that. So in the morning when we break camp, I understand they've got a really good breakfast there. Great big pancakes, yay thick. Sounds good to me. But whenever you're out on the river, you got to expect it. A little bit of a downpour, don't know how this will last, but we're going to keep on chugging.
Really?
One smallmouth on the cross.
Do you have it with you still?
No.
Never happened.
Technically, I did not get it in the boat.
Oh.
I got it out of the water and then
You know, we call that back home as mist.
I saw it.
And I bet it was this big.
Yeah, it was more like this.
Whatever big it was, it's definitely a little bigger now.
Going for it. Go get him, Dauber. Hit that waterfall right in front of you. You hear others talk about the Greenbrier, maybe see it in a video, but until you experience it firsthand, you'll never know what this river has to offer. Though the river is speckled with small towns and homes, it has a remote feeling to it, with something different around every bend. As we search for the perfect campsite, I can't help but to roll back the day and let it replay in my mind. All right, here we are. Pete's rigging up the dining tent. We'll call that the mess hall.
The mess hall.
This is my gear here. Quick look. Running the Kelty 12. War bonnet hammock. Ground tarp. All the good electronics. Austin's over there. Of course, he was the first one in. He's already cooking dinner.
Yeah, some people cook their own dinner while other people set up gear tents, you know.
Yeah, I know.
Where do you see dinner?
See, look, he was riding me, but now look.
So, Austin, Pete, Dirt Dauber, and me. Getting ready to pull the boat under the tent. And then we're going to think about what to do for dinner. Hang on, hold that pose, Alan.
Please. That's the one right there. Nailed it.
Uh-oh. Got you something. Maybe a log?
A rock.
Gee, if there was only somebody in their boat that could swim out there.
As I walk away, I'm like, are we going today, tomorrow? What's the deal?
I mean, I could just go out here and just grab that hook if I felt respected. Day 2 of River King's excellent adventure. We're out here putting in, broke camp. Pete threw a line in the water, hooked a log or something first, and I was out there to rescue him.
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
You know, when I had to rescue his line.
So let me tell you how bad this thing was snagged.
I ain't time, and just my presence released it. Leaving camp number 1, on the way down to Cass. Those pancakes that I was talking about earlier, they sure are sounding good right now. Broke camp, got a little coffee, that's about it. So now we're just making our way down. We probably got about 4 miles maybe until we get to where we think breakfast is. We're hoping that on this Sunday morning that they'll open. No guarantee, but if not, we'll figure it out. But beautiful day. I mean, I don't think you can get a better day on the water. The sun's breaking, no rain, low clouds. Just an absolutely gorgeous start. I forgot to zip my skirt. I've been hearing about these famous Cass pancakes since before the trip. And while I'm sure they stack up to the best, I'm more of a bacon and eggs type of guy. And I'm really looking forward to a couple of sunny side up with a few patties of sausage ready to warm me up before heading down the river. All right, so we just got through eating breakfast in Cass. Very good place to eat. I can't see the name of it. But anyway, here it is. Subs, pizza, everything else. But we've got our fill. We're getting ready to jump back into boats. Make our way down. We're probably going to do about 30 miles a day. I'm not sure where we're going to end up. That's going to be for those who are in the know to determine. I'm just here for the ride. But you should have been here. Back on the water. I just left a little restaurant right there on the river, a little grocery general store, and they also have breakfast. Now, if you knew anything about the last video Pete posted, talked all about the pancakes. Let me tell you something. It's not just about the pancakes. They have got an excellent breakfast. I got a couple of eggs with sausage and toast and hash browns. I'm gonna tell you what, in addition to being really good food, there was enough on that plate for 2 people. So, hands off to them for getting us all fueled up. And we're on the next leg down. Can't wait. Absolutely beautiful day to paddle. Mile an hour, not even trying. Sure, these things have been there a long time.
Yes, I think like late September, early October here, where all these sycamores and river birches just dropping leaves across.
But the level is the key.
Yeah, I don't know if it's going to run.
I wouldn't do it any lower than this.
1.85 at Durban.
I don't know, guys. I think right now it's pretty much pristine.
That's what I was saying. I love spring because it's like you can still see through the trees a little bit.
Yes. It's about, I don't know, 12:30, 1 o'clock. To be honest with you, it doesn't feel like it. It feels like it's more like 9 or 10. That's how easy this paddle has been. I can't say anything bad about it. I mean, this is honestly the best river I've ever paddled, but I can see the beauty behind those that say it's an extraordinary river despite having paddled hundreds. So I'm enjoying myself. This is definitely something everybody needs to get out and experience. I just can't say enough about it.
Nothing yet. 1, 2, 3. Oh,
And you say I'm not an asset.
I think he took that one to heart. He sure caught some fish after I said that, didn't he?
All right, seriously.
We'll find our spot and we'll know where to go.
End of day 2. This was the best day so far. And I know I only have 2 days to kind of use as reference, but when you look at where we are, number one, fantastic campsite. No undergrowth, a lot of leaves, but you know, that's not bad. That's easy to deal with. But as you can see here, my camp set up. Noah's, the Kelty Noah 12. I've got the War Bonnet, Blackbird XL, Prijon Yukon Expedition, all that good stuff. Everybody knows everything about that. Got all my charging equipment set up. If you look, got the GoPros charging, got the batteries for the Garmin, got the cell phone, we're all hooked in and charging, and camp is situated. Actually, had a couple of the guys on the trip, went fishing, picked up a bunch of trout. We're gonna set a fire, cook some fish for dinner. Good living right there. Day number 3. Just broke camp, getting back on the water. Overcast, not as sunny, but I think it's gonna be a great day. We're gonna run up the road here, run up the river here, about 5 miles, look for a place for breakfast, so we don't have to eat out of a bag, but you know, bag's got its place. So far, trip's epic, and I hope it just continues.
After we went under that bridge yesterday and Alan and I are just floating there, I'm looking at my watch, it's like 5 something. I'm like, all right, hopefully we got enough fish.
Yeah, and they kept getting further and further behind. You know, Austin was about to fall asleep.
I did fall asleep.
Did you?
I was asleep.
Well, 90% of the fish are always in 10% of the water. We found the 10% behind those pylons. We had to catch it. Otherwise, we're back to luck looking for campsites. You know, this reminds me of Alaska right here. How many cups do you drink normally? Like 2?
2, yeah.
Did you make 2 this morning?
I made 2.
You drank 2?
I drank 2. Yeah.
Dang! Give a man the Snickers, he found himself. Tell you why.
Well, I only fished for 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
The people got mad at me. Yeah, it took me 5 to get my rod and reel out.
They complain if I write too much policy.
I could smell it from 100 yards up.
Thanks for reminding me.
Yeah, we didn't even talk about that.
So we just finished eating breakfast. On the way in here, it started raining on us. Found out there was a 70% chance of rain and we weren't dressed for it, so we went ahead, swapped out to the dry suits. And now the guys are across the street at the gas station getting a few drinks, some knickknacks, so we can continue on down the river. All right, the entire trip on the Greenbrier has just been scene after scene after scene. You get all these sycamores, white pines, just about every kind of foliage you can think of. And it's all been on mountainsides. If you look up here at what I'm talking about, look at that mountain range, how it peaks up, fog's kind of hanging over the top, and it just funnels down into this little corridor that we're just paddling for 170 miles. And it's been like this from the very beginning. And it's just mesmerizing almost. It gets to the point where I don't want to say that it looks the same everywhere you go, but the same is absolutely beautiful.
Thanks for the Dylan for putting aside these really bad.
Are we ready to rumble?
You might need 2 ropes on this one.
Rumble! This is not as heavy as mine. Well, maybe.
What's your head?
This thing is heavy. What's your head? Yeah. Okay, you're fine. Just having some upward engine. Not what?
I'm not cold anymore.
No.
But I'm packed up for the takedown, so I kind of got out.
Day 3 is a wrap. 60 miles down with another 110 to go. Time to settle in for the evening, have a bite to eat, and rest up for tomorrow.
Instead of rock.
Yeah, we are. I need to get back up. Just broke camp. We're on day 4 now. We got about a 30-mile run. But just a glorious morning. Fog hanging over top of the mountains. A little bit of calm water before we hit some more rapids. We'll be close to 100 miles on the trip when we end up today. I would love to see that.
And I didn't know what to say, man. I'm like, I got my 7-year-old little girl beside me.
I grew up in a small neighborhood. All the kids were close, and we regularly hung out and did kid things. There were no rivers or creeks close by, and our time was spent in someone's backyard playing baseball or building forts in the nearby cornfields. Unbeknownst to our parents, we did venture out on our bicycles on occasion to the local town's waterfront miles away. But looking back, I'm somewhat envious of those that could walk to a nearby riverbank, throw an inner tube in the water, climb a tree with a rope swing, or just throw up a hammock and spend their childhood soaking up the sun and the water in tandem. I suppose that envy is what makes times like this so special. Just getting away for days on end, floating down the river without a care.
some
Fishing time, Derek Dauber.
We are at campsite number 4. This is number 4, day 4 of the trip. We found this nice little rocky beach. It's kind of an island, and we're about at mile 93 into the trip. But it's raining, possible thunderstorms, so we all decided to pull up, pull the gear out. We're just setting up the canopies for now, because hopefully the rain's going to let off in about an hour, and we'll be able to go ahead and finish setting up camp. Right now we're going to go ahead and just get dinner, hang out for a little while. Hopefully the rain will stop and we'll finish it all out. So I've got the Kelty 12, the boat's underneath it. You can see Austin over there, Dirk Dauber, and Pete. And this is genuinely a nice campsite, provided that it doesn't flash flood on us, but fingers crossed.
As we settle into the Ghost Light Island camp for the night, I have to say that today was the most diverse of the 4 days so far. Sunshine, rain, flat water, rapids, a few bridges, and the remnants of others. Unlike the days before, no restaurants or general stores were seen along the way, just 4 friends making miles and memories.